at the power forward. At the other forward position.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At small and power forward, it's Dunleavy and Gasol. Rose is the one with Butler as the two. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. The drive by Jennings. No good off the front iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal.
It's an entirely new group now out there. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Pau Gasol. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Wallace subbed in for Derrick Rose. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jackson has the open look. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And here are the Bulls now. On the wing, Wallace. Pass to Portis. The dish now to Livingston. Butler kicks to Wallace. Got it off in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision too. And I want to make it great actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, they dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Leonard in at the power forward position. Shot from the inbound. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out some numbers for Reggie Jackson. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 12 points a game, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Well, you want a guy to come in who knows how to run the offense intelligently, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of like how you ran things, Greg.
Out to the wing. They set the pick. And a wide open look for Freak. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Wallace has got himself on the board with 3 there. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. Going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Here's Gibson. Gibson with another miss.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Jackson drives in. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Wallace.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And finished off by Mirotic.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
They set the pick. Lamb passes to Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson is doubled. Shoots the three. Again, the miss by Jackson. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Livingston. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Leonard. To the middle. Pachulia, no luck.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Mirotic, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So both teams changing it up here. Good on the second free throw. Pistons trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. We know we can take their best punches and hang with them. Now it's time to hit them with everything we got and see how they handle it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a performance from Joakim Noah here. He's got 16 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Pau Gasol. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Was this game a little too close for comfort?
Well, you never want games to be that close if you can help it. But the important thing here is that we came out with a W. Sure, we didn't execute exactly the way we wanted to, but we got it done in the end. And that's all that matters to me.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie season, it all seems like a blur now. And losing Vic, that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. But I'm here now, in a great situation for me to grow my game. And my focus on the game of basketball. 100%, 10 times 10. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to bring this team a championship. But that's all I got. Thank you.